worlds are catching on fire. Yeah, I gotta chill. I've been playing that song on repeat. Man, that's a catchy tune. So, by the title of this video, you're probably thinking self-improvement, personal development, easy peasy. Are you sure? The thing is, right, if you ever deep it, this is the first video I have ever made with the title or with in the description or whatever I put with the term self-improvement. I personally just don't like using that term. And the reason why I don't like using it, and even if you watch my videos, you will realize that I've never said self-improvement. Maybe I might have slipped up. Don't catch me on that one. But from my memory, I have not said the word self-improvement. And there's a reason for that. It's because like I don't like the way the thing is, right, self-improvement I think is a great thing. Personal development, whatever you want to call it. It's a great thing. The art of bettering yourself. You know, I prefer the term Kaizen, but it's a Japanese word. Basically means, you know, small habits, small changes accumulates, compounds into big results. But you know, it's that willingness to want to change. That's the key thing, right? It's the want to change. The reason why I don't like using the word self-improvement, even though it probably might get me views, I don't know, right? I'm using it now because I can't really think of a better way to phrase it. And I've seen a lot of videos popping off with this kind of title, like this kind of title. So like, something is easy, actually. So I just thought, you know what? Like, let me jump on the bandwagon. Let me just write, you know, a self-improvement version of it, because to be honest, it's something I actually genuinely believe in. I'm not just doing this for, like, just hoping for the views or something, which would be also nice, by the way. Do not get me wrong. You know, YouTube algorithm, please save me. But the reason why I'm making this video is because of a technique that I've been doing, and I've just found it to be very helpful and very successful in certain things. And it's to really, number one, right, this is what it is. Do you feel like you have like a problem or reoccurring problems in your life, in your day-to-day life, or maybe even throughout 2024 this year, or whichever year you're watching this on, doesn't matter. Do you feel like you've had like a reoccurring problem? Because for me, you know, I get them all the time, whether it be every week or, you know, every few months or every month, I'd have some sort of issue that I wanted to solve. The last 3 months of the year, for me, it was one of the core things were wanting to start a business, but not sure how to begin, not sure like what I should go into, stuff like that. There are other things that you could say, like let's say you're struggling with a very specific need, a specific ask, like, I don't know, let's say you're a YouTuber, or you're trying to become a YouTuber, whatever, and you're very much finding it very difficult to struggle to balance making content and doing a full-time job. Actually, that's one of the things I struggled with, that's why I'm saying it. But also, if you're going in school or whatever, balancing a big day-to-day life tasks or like thing that you do, you know, that takes up most of your time, and then your side hustle, your side hobby, that could be one thing, right? Just keep these in mind. These are problems that you're facing, and if you find a solution, it will eventually help you in your life. It's a pain, you just want to solve it, you find a solution, good, nice. Makes your life a little bit easier, right? Now, think of the idea of tutorials. You know, sometimes you might go on YouTube and stuff and just watch a random video to get guides, right? So for example, the other day, I was actually uploading things from my SD card to my hard drive, and on a Mac, my progress window just closed, and I was like, where is this? I want to see how many hours I've got left. And I was really confused, so I just Googled it, I put it on YouTube, I mean, and I found the solution. Some guy made like a 10-minute video with a 5-minute intro, which is, you can tell it's an outdated video. But anyway, he got to the point, and I finally found the solution, and it's just simply on a Mac, you just press window and you press view progress window. This is super specific, by the way, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, when you have like a tutorial that you need to watch and it solves a problem, perfect. You know, I remember back in the day when I was playing PS5, PS4, sorry, PS3, PS4, that kind of thing, and I'd be stuck in a game, like maybe in a mission or a level or a specific thing I need to get past to level up, and I just didn't know what to do. So I just go on YouTube and Google it on how to do it. I just watch the tutorial and do it with the person, and yeah, it would work. So it's the same concept right, for self-improvement. If you're struggling with something specific, it's in your best interest to find the answer. Now, the answer might not be transparent. It might not be there necessarily in front of you, but there are different methods and different ways to get there. For example, I brought up the example of me not knowing which business to start, me not knowing, all the problems I'm facing with, like, what do I want to go into, which industry, what do I need to tackle? And after watching a podcast, which was actually by Ali Abdaal, about this kind of topic, then it actually included in that podcast. So, the book I'm actually reading at the moment, Noah Kagan's $1 Million Weekend. That gave me the answer. That gave me a very clear picture. It gave me a very clear outline. That helped, right? And that was just because, I never knew about the book. I had to Google, watch a couple podcasts, came across Ali Abdaal's podcast, watched that. In that, he mentioned the book. And then when I saw, actually, it wasn't the podcast I watched, it was a video on this topic. He mentioned the book. Then I Googled the guy in the book, and actually Ali Abdaal did a podcast with him. I watched the entire of that. And then I bought the book. And once I read the book, I was like, wow, damn, this unlocked everything. This actually solved my problem. So that's it. That was it. Like, if you're having problems, it could be very specific. It could be general things as well. Find the answer, and to find the answer, it might not be straight away. It might not be obvious, but it will be there. So whether that be through YouTube videos, whether it be through reading books, the point is to actively seek to find the answer. Because if you can actively seek to find the answer, then you will eventually find the answer and solve your problem. And this could be done for anything, honestly. If you're stuck with anything in just general life, so you're going through a breakup or something, I don't know, maybe you want to break up with someone, maybe you really want to, I don't know, date properly, but you're having, it's very difficult for you to get out there and make connections and stuff. Watch videos of people that talk about how to, be confident. Maybe you're having a confidence issue. There are people out there are YouTube channels dedicated to specific niche things, right? I know that there's one YouTuber out there that just has a channel to do with confidence. Maybe you're struggling in your job. Find out what is it that specifically is quite challenging in that job and actively seek to improve that. For example, let's say you're a software engineer or something. All right, you're having trouble with coding of some sort. I have no idea. I don't even know what software engineers do, if I'm honest, but maybe you're having trouble with something like that. I'm sure there are people out there that are dedicated to doing kind of software engineering specific videos. And I'm not talking about the lifestyle things, I'm talking about technical stuff. Maybe you're someone that's in sales and you're struggling to get prospects, or struggling to get leads, or converting them, or speaking to them. Maybe you're struggling to publicly speak. You're having difficulties presenting at work, and you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to come across as confident. You don't know how to come across with your tonality. There are videos dedicated to that. And forget just videos. There are books dedicated to that. There are podcasts dedicated to that. There is so much media out there. It's just, you have to find a time to just sit down and tell yourself, listen, I'm going to find this answer no matter what. It doesn't matter if it takes me a couple of days or a week or even a few months. I will find the solution because it's worth my time. Because if I can find the solution to this problem that I'm facing, then I've just improved myself. That is self-improvement, right? This is why I'm including this video, the title in this video, the word self-improvement, or 2 words. It's because this is self-improvement. You're putting in your own effort to go out there and find the answer to solving a problem, which will in turn level you up. That is it, right? That is it. And I'm not gonna lie, so I've only been doing this for the last month, right? I haven't been doing this for a lot. I just came across this. The way I came across this was I was just thinking about, the time I was ever facing problems. For example, I mentioned, the game thing, where I'd constantly if I was playing a story mode game, right, I'd be stuck in a specific level. I remember as a kid, actually not even as a kid, this is a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I was playing Call of Duty Zombies, right? And I think that, I forgot which Call of Duty this was. It might be 4. It might, I don't know. Anyway, there was like pyramids and like it was set in like that kind of era. And I wanted to complete this Easter egg with my friends, and we spent the entire summer. Okay, this is how much of a nerds we were, right? We spent the entire summer grinding it, and I'm telling you, this was the most difficult Easter egg, just to get some sort of cutscene. But it was fun because we kind of like, it was like a team thing. But we went through tutorials after tutorials, and we were watching things. So like, and we finally achieved the goal, and when we achieved it, we were like, wow, this is actually sick, we did it. But the same principle, the same concept, you can apply to self-improvement. Sit down after this video, right? Literally stop the video now. Sit down, grab a piece of paper or your notepad or a computer. Write down all the problems you have faced this week. Then rank the problems as like which ones are like the top 3 or like the most important one. And if you are able to solve that immediately with a click of your fingers, snap of your fingers, I mean, it would improve your life. Then once you've identified that, find the solution. Go out there, Google, YouTube, media, books, everything. Find the answer.